They got Snoop Dogg back cripping in 2025, man. If you guys have not heard, Snoop Dogg's cousin Daz Dillinger released a video that Snoop sent him that makes Snoop Dogg look really bad. But this is just like the latest development in an ongoing beef with Snoop and Daz that's been the last, 2 to 3 years publicly. More so this year specifically, Daz Dillinger has been antagonizing Snoop Dogg online. Now, this entire situation actually started about 5 days ago when Daz released his first video. In this video, Daz referred to Snoop Dogg as Snoop Knight, referencing Snoop business practices being similar to Suge's practices. Snoop is the new owner of Death Row. Being a new owner of Death Row, you kind of adopts all the problems and all the contracts from Daz and other people who were signed to Death Row and all the money owed to them. But Daz earlier in the year gave Snoop Dogg credit for making it right, for stepping in, finding money owed to him, and then giving him the money owed. But in this video, Daz will say that certain things like royalties and contracts still hasn't been settled or handled yet. Daz will also say that Snoop Dogg tried to go behind his back and trademark the Dogg Pound logo that Daz drew up in his house 30, 40 years ago, and he owned a trademark to it, but Snoop tried to trademark it behind his back. And once that didn't go as planned, Snoop kind of stopped talking to him and stopped bringing him around.
In May. So months go by. I go there in July. I still don't know about the trademarks and all that. I do the work. They smile on my face like, yeah. But knowing behind my back, the niggas wouldn't try to trademark my. So I find out in July that Christy Lucy from Death Row, an attorney over there, trademarked the Dogg Pound DPG. So I hear Snoop and say, "What's up with your lawyer?" I ain't cussing, I ain't go hard or nothing. I just say, I just found out that y'all tried to trademark the Dogg Pound. And that's how I know. Me, yeah, nigga, I did it. And, being tough and shit. That's what he wanted. You know what I'm saying? So all hell break loose. He do a show, he don't take me, take everybody else. Like, yeah, I ain't with Dad and all this shit. For what? Because I asked you about my trademark that you tried to go behind my back and steal my. But the reason why I never trademarked it the Dogg Pound, because the Cleveland Browns own the name the Dogg Pound, but they spell it DAWG. You know what I mean? And they have it trademarked for their football. So that was the confusion over all the 30 years of doing business with the first Death Row, with Suge Knight, but doing business with them, Reggie Wright, doing the business with them. They try to steal the shit too. But it could never happen because the Cleveland Brown owned the name of Dogg Pound. Not the way that we spelled it, but it's confusion is what they said on there. So when I hear Snoop and said, why did y'all try to trademark the Dogg Pound? And, me and everything else, they don't want to do business with me because they thought they had it.
I'll tell y'all what's going on right now. Daz and Snoop are on two different pages. You know why? Snoop Dogg, his long-term plan is not to run Death Row Records until he dies. Bro, Snoop Dogg is in his 60s, bro. Running Death Row Records as an everyday, day-to-day CEO is not in his long-term plans. I think Snoop Dogg understands the value of Death Row. I think Snoop Dogg understands where Death Row could lead to. And I think Snoop Dogg is stepping in Death Row to ultimately get the business in order, get everybody on the same page, and then sell Death Row for as much money as he can sell it for. I think Snoop is stepping in and saying, okay, let's get all the trademarks together. Let's get all the artists on Death Row together, all the contracts Death Row got, all the catalog, all the music. Let's get it all together. Snoop probably thought, man, I'm Snoop Dogg. I'm the only one who can get that together because Suge done burnt every bridge there is. I, for the most part, have not burned a lot of bridges. I can get everybody on the same page. Let's run it. Let's do these movies, do albums, let's run it. I think where the problem is right now is Dez is overestimating what Death Row is worth. I watched another video where Dez is talking about how he believes that Snoop is going to sell Death Row for $1 billion and leave everybody out of it. It's because Dez believes that there's $1 billion on the table. Dez is holding or withholding that little piece he has, he's holding like Death Row hostage for that little piece he has because he understands or he believes there's gonna be a lot of money on the table. So probably like Snoop Dogg coming to the table and giving Dez like a good offer, like for example, man, bro, here's 100,000, bro. Give me the trademark. Dez is not inclined to take the offers because Dez thinks Death Row is gonna get $1 billion someday. So he's holding his little piece hostage, not really cooperating, not really like trying to fall into the bigger picture because that's things he's at some point going to get $1 billion payday when there's zero possibility that that happens ever.
These niggas thought they had it, but then I trademarked the paw because I drew the paw in 1991. Daz Dillinger. I drew that paw 1991, and I had it ever since.
Okay, so you own everything. So that's all your stuff. Now, you were saying something about the paw. Now, what are you talking about with the paw?
Well, like I was saying, the paw is trademarked. Like I told Snoop, you got rejected and I got accepted. You know what I'm saying? So that was the moneymaker. The paw is like the Apple sign, like I said before. And like I said, they tried to go behind my back and trademark all my work and then flung my face like, yeah, we got it. That's all we wanted because I'm finna sell everything for $1 billion to Universal. You know what I mean? But I'll be selling my shit.
Now, what do you mean by selling? He said he was going to sell it, or what? They're selling Death Row, the new Death Row that just came.
Snoop, everything Snoop's involved with, he gonna sell all that shit for $1 billion. You know, cash it out for their catalog, and then he sell that shit, and he just start over and make new music. You know, it's easy. You sell what you got. You know what I'm saying? And you got all that money. I mean, I don't be counting pocket, but I got my own pocket. You know what I mean?
Now, how many albums is over there? Now, how many albums is over there at Death Row? Because you were saying that it was the Doggy Style, and it was 2 other ones you was talking about.
Yeah, you know the shit that I got on the wall right here. You know what I'm saying? The Chronic is already going back to Dr. Dre. Tupac took all his greatest hits album, all his albums, all his shit back over to Amaru. So what is left on Death Row?
Dez himself admitted that the Tupac catalog is gone, the Dre stuff is gone. So what's left? Like, what's left that you think Snoop about to get $1 billion from? But nonetheless, though, even outside of the Paul logo, Dez still believes that Snoop Dogg and Death Row owes him money. He believes they owe him money because Snoop Dogg is trying to go off of the current percentages and splits on record. So when Snoop Dogg bought Death Row out of bankruptcy, he adopted the contracts, the splits, the percentages, everything. Well, the person who did those splits and percentages is Suge Knight. And we all know Suge Knight is a thief. Dez believes that if Suge Knight did those percentages and those splits and the record keeping that shows how much Death Row owes certain people, they can't go off of that. They need to do a full audit and get the new splits and new percentages because Suge Knight is a thief. And if Suge Knight did those splits, then obviously Suge Knight fudged those numbers to make sure he don't owe as much. Because Suge took a lot of money from a lot of people. And Dez believes that those numbers that's currently on record is a gross underestimation of exactly what Suge Knight and Death Row owes the artist and owes him. And that's what's been a fight between Snoop and Dez.
But I'm coming to get my shit. So what's going to be left on Death Row? So he got to make new catalog. And that's where all the new cats come in at. You know what I'm saying? And making new content. You know what I mean? And
now you still have albums and stuff over there at Death Row, or what do you have over there? Now, are you part owner of it, or?
No, I'm not an owner.
Okay.
No.
Now, do you own anything over there, or do you write anything?
My publishing and my rights and all that other type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, Songs of Songs is in publishing deals. So you might have this one song, you know what I'm saying, there's Doggy Dog World or something. So somebody might sample that song. And now you got different songs made off that songs that you get a piece of that catalog. Now your catalog is a little bit more longer now.
Okay, so now you have some Tupac songs and what all do you have going on over there?
I mean, you know, I got all the Tupac stuff. That's separate though. You know what I'm saying? But the Death Row stuff from Gamma on up, not from the past. I'm talking about Gamma on up. You know what I'm saying? From 22 on up. Just like he said, I'm going to give everybody back their publishing. You lie. You ain't paid nobody since day one. You trying to starve niggas out. But you can't starve me out. You can starve them other niggas out, but everybody complaining over there. I just want what's mine, you know what I'm saying?
Now, you haven't got paid for any of your stuff, or how does that work? They just able to take it and it just becomes theirs,
You
or
know, that bankruptcy shit, Snoop bought this shit, you know what I'm saying? Till now, from 22 now, got to pay us. And right now they in there trying to change all the percentages. I don't know what the they doing to say here, this is what we owe you. You can't just come up with a number and all the other type of shit. The split, I mean, y'all doing this. Listen, you guys are really accepting Suge Knight paperwork. All that paperwork Suge Knight had in there that you let me see was fraudulent because you told me, and I got the same paperwork because my lawyer got the same paperwork where people was forging people's name and all this shit, and you're still abiding by what he got because it's so much money. Like I told everybody else, Death Row makes so much money, you got to steal.
wow.
Snoop has gone his entire career not getting that stigma that Diddy and Suge Knight got, which is Diddy and Suge Knight gonna put you in some effed up contracts and F you over. Snoop has never been known as a thief. Snoop has never been accused of stealing anything from anybody. So when Snoop heard Daz is on the internet calling him a thief, trying to make it seem as if he's doing bad business, essentially trying to F up the momentum of the current and new Death Row, Snoop took this personally. And Snoop sent Dez a video letting Dez know that he's not going to take this lightly. Well, Dez decided to leak that video the second that Snoop sent it to him today.
I see you ain't got shit to do but hate on me, huh? In a minute, I'ma fuck you up, cuz, on some real shit. Not physically, but business-wise. Cause you broke as a mother right now, so I'ma fuck you up in a minute, cuz. Leave me alone. Leave me the fuck alone. Leave me alone, cuz. I'ma fuck you up. Leave me alone.
Dez responded back, he mad now, 100. Now he want to F me up business-wise by trying to steal everything I owned that was on Death Row by 4 signatures and not paying royalties since he had the label using our royalties to pay his staff. They making more than the artist. I sued Suge back in the day. Should I do the same to Cuz? It's all in my name. The publishing numbers don't change unless LOL. You a thief. You can't starve me out. I'm independent. I run my own ship. Always have. Kiss. You little bitch. Former Death Row artist SKG, she took to her Instagram to show support for Dez, and she would write, we've been watching Snoop and Dez go at it for years. Dez blocked me because of me talking to Suge. But I want to say this. Dez has always been smart and has every right to question his contract, publishing, and percentages. This industry creates an illusion of confusion. Y'all be so groupied out and then get mad when someone wants to make sure their business and bottom line is secured. I learned in my teen years when I took Corrupt back to Death Row to sign again with Suge. These people in this industry will use you until they can't use you no more and then act like you ain't done ish to help and advance their position. The goal is ownership, legacy, and security. Everyone don't understand that because they're too busy taking pictures and posting on social media for validation. Now, what I would say in regards to this, man, is I don't know who's stealing from who. I don't know what's going on. I don't have the numbers in front of me. Now, if Snoop is going off Suge Knight numbers, you should probably get that double check and triple check, right? Because Suge Knight is a thief. Even if you got to handle the business, what you don't do is you don't leak a video of your own cousin that could change how the public view him. Right now, Snoop Dogg is viewed as the favorite uncle. Snoop Dogg is viewed as America's favorite uncle. Like, that's Uncle Snoop, right? Snoop Dogg has done a very great job at still maintaining being the most famous Crip on earth, as well as having a really wholesome brand, working with Martha Stewart. He has came a long way from Snoop Dogg on trial for murder. Putting out a video like this that he sent to you privately and personally of him expressing his anger, to me, you're trying to change how people view Snoop. And this video, for the most part, bro, listen, I'll be real. I seen this video and I'm like, hold on. The happy-go-lucky Snoop Dogg, this ain't the Snoop I know, and I'm sure it changed the perception of Snoop in the eyes of a lot of other people. If that's your cousin, man, like, you don't do this, bro. Like, I don't know, man. Like you just don't do this, bro. Like, yo, whatever y'all do publicly, bro. But don't leak no private, like no private conversation, no private text, no, bro. That's just nasty work, man. Let me know in the comment section. What do you guys think? Whose side are you guys on? Right? Do y'all feel like Snoop does owe Daz money? Do you feel like Snoop should go off of the current percentages or do a full-on audit? All right, let me know in the comment section. And if you're still watching this video and want to watch another good video, then click on this video right here somewhere on my screen, somewhere here, or here on my screen to find out how this recent live stream just got Charleston White banned from coming to LA after saying the most horrific, despicable thing you could say about Nipsey Hussle and his daughter. I'm gonna see you guys in this video somewhere on my screen. I'm out of here, folks. Peace.